Did you know there's a hotel in Nevada that doesn't appear on Google Maps, travel sites, or booking apps, but people still claim to stumble into it during long road trips? It's called the Arizona Sun Hotel, even though it's not in Arizona and hasn't officially existed for over 40 years. Tonight's story is about a man named Aaron and what happened to him inside room 313, the room that shouldn't exist. Aaron was driving across the desert after visiting family. It was close to 2 a.m. He'd been awake nearly 20 hours. His eyes dry and heavy, the highway stretched endlessly. Then he saw it, an old-fashioned neon sign flickering red in the darkness. Arizona Sun Hotel, vacancy. The parking lot was completely empty, but the front door was unlocked. Inside, everything felt outdated. Wallpaper peeling, brass lamps humming with electricity, air smelling of dust and carpet cleaner. The bell rang by itself as he approached the counter. Moments later, an elderly clerk appeared. He didn't smile, didn't blink much. He simply slid a key across the counter and said, "Room 313, top floor, elevators down. Take the stairs." Aaron didn't question it. He just wanted sleep. The hallway on the third floor was colder than the lobby. The air felt still, like the ventilation hadn't worked in decades. Every step he took echoed unnaturally, as if the corridor were larger than it looked. He found room 313 at the very end. The door was heavy, too heavy. It felt like opening an old freezer. Inside, the room looked normal enough. Cheap bedspread, a dusty TV, curtains that didn't quite close. But something felt wrong. The room smelled like old paper, the kind that's been locked away in an attic for years. Aaron dropped his bags, sat at the edge of the bed, and heard something unusual. Breathing. Slow, shallow breathing. But it wasn't his. He checked the bathroom. Empty. He checked the closet. Also empty. But the moment he opened it, the breathing stopped completely, like someone had been standing inside, holding their breath. Unable to sleep, Aaron turned on the old TV. Static. Nothing else. He started recording the room on his phone, out of boredom more than fear. He panned across the dresser, the door, the window. But when he reviewed the footage, at the moment his camera passed the closet, there was a figure, tall, very thin, face blurred, standing completely still inside the darkness of the closet. Aaron's heart dropped. He turned to look at the closet again. Door open. Nothing inside. He replayed the video. The figure was still there, closer than before. He froze. He looked back at the closet a second time. Now the closet door was gently closing by itself. Aaron grabbed his keys and rushed to the hallway. But the hallway wasn't the same one he walked down earlier. The carpet had changed color. The wallpaper was different, and the hallway was much longer. He tried to reach the stairs, but the signs on the walls didn't make sense. Rooms 201 to 210, rooms 310 to 304, laundry, rooms -1 to -9. There was no floor below ground, but the sign insisted there was. He turned back, and room 313 was now gone from the hallway. The numbers skipped from 311 to 315. He checked his phone. No signal. Time frozen at 3:13 a.m. He walked for what felt like 10 minutes. Every hallway looked identical. Every corner led to another. He passed a window on his left, but outside was not the parking lot. It was a blank, foggy landscape. No buildings, no road, no stars, nothing. He heard footsteps, slow, heavy, dragging. He ducked behind an ice machine as a silhouette passed by, tall, almost contorted, head tilting side to side like it was listening. Wait, its footsteps didn't sound human. Behind it came a second figure, then a third. Each one different, but all wrong. Some had too many joints. Others moved too smoothly. Their faces were blurred, like the figure from the closet. And the worst part? They were all wearing old-fashioned hotel uniforms, like staff who had never left. Not because they didn't want to, but because they couldn't. Aaron eventually found a stairwell. He ran down, expecting to reach the lobby. Instead, he found a door labeled floor -1. He should have turned back, but he didn't. When he stepped inside, the floor was flooded, ankle-deep with cold water. Old newspapers floated on the surface, all dated different decades: 1962, 1977, 1983, 1996, each one mentioning a missing person somewhere in Nevada. He moved deeper. He saw them, hotel room doors submerged halfway underwater, all unlabeled except one, room 313, the same door he'd slept in. But here, it was decayed, warped, rotting. Something pounded from inside. 3 slow knocks, then a fourth, then silence. Aaron turned to run, but something grabbed his ankle, cold fingers, too many fingers, pulling him down. He screamed, and everything went black. Aaron woke up on the carpet of the lobby. The front desk was empty, the neon sign outside buzzing weakly through the window. He rushed outside, got into his car, drove without looking back. Hours later, when the sun rose, he stopped at a diner and Googled the hotel. Nothing. He asked the waitress if she'd heard of the Arizona Sun Hotel. She froze, then said that hotel burned down in 1982. They never found the bodies of the guests staying that night. Aaron slowly checked his phone. The video he recorded earlier was still there, but the figure in the closet wasn't blurred anymore. It was clear, very clear, and it was smiling. So tell me, if you were driving alone through the desert and saw a hotel that wasn't supposed to exist, would you check in?